Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in today's video we're going to continue on where we started from the last time we started doing this bus ticket website. So we did a part 1 of the bus ticket website where we created this amazing landing page where people can be able to search for bus tickets and then also buy bus tickets from our website. Now also we designed the header, and then we also did the footer. Okay, so we're going to continue by designing the rest of the website, starting with the bus search bus search page. Okay, so as you can see, the bus search page doesn't really look nice. It looks a little bit ugly. So as you can see over here, so we are going to start editing it and then make it nice so that when people come over here, they will see how professional our website is. Okay, so without talking too much, I'm going to click on edit page to start editing the page, and then I'm going to go ahead and then you start editing the page by using Elementor to make sure that I get the page the way I want it. Or I can decide even not to use Elementor. I will just be using the Gutenberg blog to just get the page the way I really want it. So let's wait for it to load, and then we start designing it. So it has finished loading. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. So first of all, if you look at the the bus ticket website, so let me just visit the place, and then you see how it looks like. Okay, so if you go to the bus search site, let's go to the bus search site, you realize that it have bus search as the heading over here, and then it have this kind of like a breadcrumb over here. Okay, and then as you can see, still have a title over here. Okay, and then all the other things too are the shortcode that was placed inside the page is supposed to display the search form. Okay, so as you can see, it is very wide, and then it is not looking very nice. Okay, so we want to design it well and make it nice. Now we can choose to use Elementor, or we can choose to use the same thing over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the shortcode. Okay, so I'm going to copy the shortcode. Now when I copy the shortcode, I'm going to delete the blog. Okay, I'm going to delete this shortcode blog from here. Okay, so I'm going to remove it because it's the classic editor blog over here. Now the next one I'm going to do is because I don't want to forget the shortcode, or I don't want to paste it somewhere else, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for shortcode over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have shortcode over here, and then I'm going to place this shortcode in it. Okay, and I'm going to update it. Okay, of course it's not going to do anything, it's just that I've rearrange it well. So if you go over here and then refresh it, it's still supposed to be the same thing. Okay, so nothing happens. Okay, now I did it this way because I wanted to restructure it well. Okay, so okay, so guys, I did it this way basically because I wanted to just restructure the whole thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the title over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the page title over here. Okay, and then I'll come to the header over here. Okay, and then I don't want to disable the header, but let me go to the title. Okay, and then make it default, and then over here where it says custom title. Okay, we can decide to make it with background image. Okay, now what we have background image over here, we can decide to give a custom title, which is search bus ticket. Okay, and then we'll give an image over here. So let me add an image to it. So let's say I want to add any bus image. Okay, so of course let me just add this one, okay, over here. Okay, so add the bus image to it. Now let's go to the next one, which says position. Okay, so how do you want it? You want it to position what? Center. Okay, center means it's going to be in the middle. Okay, and then the attachment, okay, we still want it to have the default attachment. And then the repeat, we don't want any repeat, so we say no repeat. And then the size, how do you want the size? You want the size to be cover, okay, to fill every place. And then the background height, what height do you want? So I want the background height to be let's say 300 pixels. Okay, so the default size is 400, so if you leave it blank, it's going to be 400 pixels. And then the background overlay, so we choose an overlay color. Okay, so I'm going to choose a dark overlay. Okay, and then I'll make the background overlay like let's say 0.8. okay, so that is the opacity. Okay, so the opacity is what? 0.8. okay, so after that, let's update it and see how it looks like on the front end. So when you go to the front end and then refresh it, let's see how it looks. Okay guys, so as you can see, it looks what? Okay, it looks good. This is how I want the the hero session to be like. So it's quite good, it looks good. But then over here also, okay, we need to adjust it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and then I'm just going to click on this plus sign over here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for or let's say even what we can do is we can just ignore it. Okay, and then we can go for customization, and then customize the page settings. Okay, so how we want the page to look like and all those kind of stuff. Okay, so we can do that by going through the customization settings. And then even with the breadcrumb, if we don't want it, we can disable breadcrumb over here. Okay, so when we update it, it will also take effect over there, and then we're not going to see all these things. Okay, so let's update it and see. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have any breadcrumb over here. Now what I'm going to do is I want to give top space and bottom space. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. So what I will do is I'll click on this plus icon over here, and then I'll search for space. Okay, or spacer. Okay, so just click on it, and then we'll give you a space over here. Now I want to duplicate it so that I'll bring one up and then bring one down. Okay, so I have two spaces over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send one upwards. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll send one upwards because I want space to be and then I'll update it. I want space to be on both sides of the on top and then on down. Okay, so let me refresh it and see if the space come. Yeah, so as you can see, we have space at the top, but there is no space at the bottom. Okay, so that is what I'm going to look for. So let me just purge the cache again, and see what happens. Okay, so it still looks the same. Okay, so we have to look for space at the bottom. There is space at the bottom. I don't know why it's not showing, and there's space at the this place. So I don't know why it's not showing. So guys, because this is not giving us what we want, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one. So like I said, I'm going to copy this one. Okay, so let's copy it. So I'm going to copy it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this this spacer over here. Okay, so let me just remove the spacer over here. Okay, and then what we are going to do is the title over here. Okay, we are going to just let me see Yeah, so we're going to disable the heading. Okay, so we're going to disable the heading, and then we update it. Okay, now let's go over here and refresh it and see this heading is gone or is still there. Okay, I think it's still there, so it is this heading which is gone. Okay, so let's go back again, and this time around we're going to still make it enable. Okay, but we don't want this page title over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me see the page title. So I'm going to disable this page title. Now if you disable the page title too, everything is gone. So let's make it enable. Okay, or let's make it just the default one. Okay, and then let's update it. Okay, but let's go to the page template. Okay, and then with the page template, let's make it Elementor full width and see what happens. And let's upload it, and let's come over here and refresh it. Okay, so as you can see, the one that we were looking for is gone. So as you can see, the page title is the page title, the heading over here is gone, because you made it with Elementor full width. Okay, so I think it's good for us. Now let's come over here, and then what we are going to do is we are going to create a space that we created the first one. We're going to duplicate it and then make a space come at the top again. Okay, so I'm going to move this space upwards, and I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Okay, so let me just reduce it a little bit. Okay, so like 70 is okay. So 70 up, let's make it 70. So let's say 70. Okay, so 70 up, and then this one, the height will also be 70 down. Okay, so that it will be the same. Okay, now that we have this one done, now what are we going to do? Now we want this one to not be that stretched. Okay, you see, as you can see, it is very stretched. Okay, I want it to be in this kind of like a position. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me go to customize. If it doesn't work that way, then I come to the page to do it the way I want to do it. So because the reason why I'm not using Elementor to edit this page is that this is a bar search page. Okay, and when you use a bar search, when you edit using the bar search page, Elementor will not allow it to be edited, because you are not supposed to edit that page, because it contains the shortcode which you're not supposed to edit. Okay, so that is why I'm not using the Elementor to edit it. That is why I'm trying all my possible best to use the Gutenberg to make sure that I edit it the way I want it. Okay, so I'm still gonna wait. Sometimes it happens, so let's wait a little while and see, and let it open for us. Okay, guys, so now that we are here, all what we need to do is to just go to general options over here, and then we are going to look for general settings. Okay, so let's go to general settings, and then you see the layout says wide. Okay, you can make it box, you can make it separate. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at wide, and then with the pages layout, okay, I'm gonna make it full width this way. Okay, or you can make it left sidebar or whatever thing that you want to make it. Okay, so I'm going to make it like a full width this way. Okay, and then I'll come here again, and I'll still make it box, or I can this is also for the post. Okay, so let me go over here and see if there is okay, so there is padding. Okay, so you can give top and bottom padding, okay, but there is no side and side what padding, okay. So that is how the whole thing is. So if you give top and bottom padding, then you can decide to ignore the how do you call it, the space that we gave over here, okay. So but I'm not going to do the top and bottom padding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it box over here, okay, and let's see how it behaves. If it still doesn't fit what we want, then I will go ahead and use the second strategy that I want. So I'm going to publish it, okay, and then I'm going to go to check out how the page looks like on the front end. Okay, so because we make it box, look at how it behaves, okay. It means that is not how we want it, okay. So there is space between here and here, okay. And if you go to the bar search too, you realize that this is how it is also behaving, okay. And this is not what we want, so it means that we're going to go back over here, and then we're going to make it wide as it is. We're going to make it wide as it is, okay. Okay, so now that we have it wide, okay, and then we're going to publish it. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now let's look at how it is also behaving. Let's refresh it and look at how it behaves. Yeah, so this is the wide, okay. So what I want to do is I just want this one to be in a little bit like middle, like just like this one. This one is too wide. I don't want it that way. So I'm going to go over here, okay. I'll leave the customize session and come to this place, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new I'm going to bring out add a new blog, okay. And this blog I'm going to add column, okay. What I'm going to use is column. I'm going to use this column, okay, and I'm going to use this column over here. Yeah, very good. So I want this one to be, let's say 25 is 2, so let's say 15. Okay, so make sure that you give here 15, okay. So we're gonna give here 15, and then we give here also just click the sideways, okay, and then give it 60, okay. And then the same thing applies to this one also over here. It is 25, so we're gonna give it we're gonna give it 15, okay. So that is exactly what we are going to do, okay. So make sure that you give it 15%, okay, so that it's gonna be 15%. Okay, so now that you have here 15%, now what you need to do is make sure that you copy the shortcode, okay, and paste it over here, okay. Now the same thing that we did, we just click on the plus icon and then search for, just like over here, click on the plus icon like this, okay. There will be a plus icon. So let me just remove the shortcode, okay. So let me say I'm going to remove the shortcode, okay. So let me just remove the shortcode so that I'll show you how the whole thing works. So just click on this plus icon over here and then search for shortcode, okay. Search for shortcode like this one, okay, and then copy this shortcode over here and then come and paste it over here, okay, just like this, okay. And then we can remove this shortcode, okay. So we can just remove this shortcode, and then let me bring this one also down. Okay, so now we have it just like this one, okay. So all what we need to do is to just click on update to update it. After clicking on update to update it, all what we need to do is just click on let's go to the front end and then let's refresh it to see if what we did have really taken place or not. So as you can see, we can see it in the middle over here, okay. It is quite okay, it is quite good, but we still want it to stretch a little bit. So we can go over here and then instead of 15, we can, you know, just make it, let's click over here. Okay, so we have 3 columns over here. So the first column, the second column is 60, but we want to make it like, let's say 80. Okay, so let's make it 80, and let's make the third one, instead of 15 we want to make it, let's say 10. Okay, and then the first one, instead of 15 also we want to make it to what, 10. Okay, so exactly like this, and let's publish it and see. If it still doesn't work, we'll still come back to what, to make sure that it fits what we want. Okay, so I think this one is perfectly okay. This one looks good. Okay, so anybody can come over here and then what, search for bars. So it's not at the, you know, at the edges of the website. Okay, so this one looks perfectly well. This one looks good. Okay, so we are good to go. So now that we have the search done, okay, the search bars is done, we're going to remove this one because this one is for the pro side. Okay, so those who use the pro version, if you want to, you know, let your customers view their ticket and all that, you can, you know, subscribe to the pro version of this plugin or this software, so that you'll be able to use it. Okay, so as you can see, if you click over here, it's going to give you what, just a shortcode. Okay, so as you can see, it's just what, a shortcode over here. Okay, but if you use the pro version, you can be able to what, the shortcode will display over here, so that your users, when logged in, can be able to what, see the what, their ticket, or use the ticket IDs and other stuff to what, to view their ticket. Okay, so basically that is it. Now the next one that we're going to talk about is the about page. Now, you know, about pages are pages that talks about your business. Okay, so with this about page, we're just going to create a simple about page. Okay, so I'm going to go to edit page over here. Okay, so now that we have we are here at the about page, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Elementor to design our about page. So what we're going to do is going to click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so we're going to use Elementor to design our about page. Okay, so don't worry, we're going to use Elementor to design the page and then make it what, the way we want it. Okay, so over here, what we're going to do is we're going to click on this plus icon, use you know, the one column session over here, just click on it. Okay, and then we are going to what, go to make it full width, and then no column gap, and then the height, we're going to make it minimum height, and then 400 is okay. We go to style to style the column for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to use background type, then we call the classic, we use the classic background type. Now, and we're going to pick a bus image over here. Okay, so to make it unique, we're going to use this same bus image over there, and then use it as what, as our background. And then as you can see, you cannot see the bus, but we want to what, position it well. So we're going to position it center. Okay, so that it's going to be in the middle, and then the attachment is okay, but the repeat, we don't want any repeat, so that if the image is small, it will not be what, repeating itself. And then the size we want it to what, cover. Okay, yeah, so this is okay, and this is fits in you know, our session very well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a background overlay, very light background overlay. Okay, so that whatever we write on it will be visible. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give a dark overlay for it. So I think this one is okay. Yeah, very good over here. The opacity, let's make it 8. 8 is too dark, so let's say 7 or even 6. Okay, so 6 is good. So now that we have this one done, what we're going to do is we click on this grep icon over here, and then we're going to drag in a heading widget over here. Okay, so just drag in the heading widget over here, and then with the title, just type any title that you want, but I'm going to write about bus ticket. Okay, or you can write about busticket.com. Okay, so Basically that is it. Now I'm going to put it in the middle or center it, and then I will click on the style to style the text that I just, the heading text that I just did. So I'm going to choose a white color for it. Of course I want it to be visible, so I choose a white color for it. The typography, I'm going to choose a font family of Montserrat, because I love Montserrat, and that is mostly what I use in building most of my website, depending on the client's request. So if the client tell me to choose my own, let me click on wait. I don't know why it has frozen, but it's staying. So I'm going to choose Montserrat, yeah, this one. Okay, very good. And then I'm going to give it a bigger size, so let's say 55. Yeah, 55 is okay. So about what? And then the weight, I'm going to make it 700. Okay, very good. So about busticket.com. Okay, now this is quite okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just some few a 2-column session again. Okay, and with this one I'm going to give advanced. I'm going to go to advanced and give it a top and down margin of 70. Okay, so that there will be space up and there will be space down. Okay, so now that I have it this way, now I can bring in anything that I want to bring over here. Okay, so over here I want to bring in our bus ticket logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this grip icon over here, the 9 dot icon over here, and I'll drag in an image over here. Okay, so now with the image I'm going to choose the bus ticket image or the logo. Okay, or you can decide to choose anything. Okay, so I'm going to choose this logo. Okay, and then over here I can bring a heading. So I can bring a heading over here. Okay, and then I'll just write maybe all about, okay, busticket.com. okay, just a small simple heading, and then I'll go to style and make the color black. Okay, and then choose the font, which I'm going to choose Poppins. So for my headings I choose Montserrat, and then for my just simple text writing I choose what? Poppins. Okay, so over here I can even decide to choose what? Montserrat, but I'll go for Poppins, and then I'll make it what? Let's say 35 or 25. So let's say 35. 35 is too much, so let's say make it 25. Okay, so 25 is okay. So that is it. And then I'll click on the grip icon again, and then this time around I'm going to drag in a text editor widget. Okay, so I'll drag it over here. Okay, then I'll type in anything that I want to type in. Okay, just something small about what? About the company. Okay, so anything about the company. Okay, just to make the company what? Good, look good. Okay, so you write anything you want to write about the company. Now you see the letters are small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to style to style it. Okay, so I'm going to change the color to a little bit dark. Okay, so I think this is okay. And then with the typography I'm going to choose Poppins for it. So first of all, let me make it 18 over here, and then I'm going to choose Poppins. So if I choose Poppins, definitely it's going to make it what? A little bit bold. Okay, because Poppins are what, as you can see, it is what? A little bit bigger. So now if you think it's too big, you can decide to reduce the what? The size of the typography. Okay, now over here I'm going to click on, you see this one is up and there's a little space over here, but I'm not going to put anything over here. So what I'm going to do is I want to position it in center so that everything will be in the middle. So I'm going to click on this middle 6 dot over here, and then I'll go to layout. Okay, now when I go to layout with the vertical alignment, okay, I'm going to choose middle for it. So as you can see, it is what? It is placed in the middle, which will make your website need. Okay, now I can also decide to bring some services over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring one column layout over here, and then I'll just copy this one. Okay, I'll just copy this one, and then I'll paste it over here. Or yeah, I'll paste it over here. Okay, I'll copy it and paste. Okay, I'll paste it over here, and then I'll position it in the middle, and I'll write maybe our services. Okay, so our services. Okay, as you can see over here, our services. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to I'm going to click on this group icon over here also, and then I'll drag in inner session. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in an inner session and place it over here. Okay, now with the inner session I want to duplicate it so that it's going to be 3 inner sessions. Okay, so 3 columns. Okay, so as you can see, 1 2 3. Okay, now I can put all my services over here. Okay, so what I can do is I can just click over here and then go to advanced, and then give it a little bit margin. So let's say 10. Okay, so that there'll be a little bit space over here, and then click over here, and then I can drag in an icon box. So I can type in icon over here, and then an icon box will come. Okay, and then I'll drag in the icon box over here. Okay, so I can put in every service that I want. So let's say we do what bus ticketing. Okay, so bus ticketing. Okay, so with this one I'll search for, let's say, ticket. So bus ticketing, I'll search for ticket. Okay, and then I'm going to you can write anything that you want to write about it, but I'm going to style it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced. Okay, and then I'm going to give a padding of, let's say, 20 all around. Okay, so that will be it will be very nice. And then I'll come to style over here, and then with the icon I'm going to give it dark, or I can even give it this color. Okay, this color over here. So let's say I'm going to choose this orange color. Okay, so that it matches with whatever the website color is. Okay, so that it will be very nice. And then with the heading I'm going to choose black, because all our heading is black. And then with the typography I'm going to change it from Roberto to Poppins. Okay, so I'm going to search for Poppins, and then choose it over here, and then give it 16 or maybe 18. Okay, so 18 is okay. And then with the description color I'm going to give it a little bit dark. And then with the description typography I'm going to give the font family as Poppins once again. So Poppins once again. Okay, so Poppins, I'm going to choose Poppins, and then give it 16. Okay, so 16 is okay. Yeah, so 16 is, I think is quite okay. Or let me give it 14. Okay, yeah, this is quite okay. Let's say 15. Yeah, 15 is okay. So now that we have this one done, you see, as you can see, everything is perfectly done. Now what I can do is I can just copy this one and paste it here. Just paste it here, and then also paste the same thing this place. Paste the same thing over here. Okay, and then what I will do is I can just click on this one, and then just change the icon. So let's say we want to bring in a bus icon. Okay, so let's say we want to bring in this one. So we also do let's say transport, or maybe tour services. Okay, so you do tour services, okay, and then let's say booking. So let me bring in calendar. So I'm gonna bring in this calendar, okay, so that it's gonna be like a booking calendar. So let's say bus booking, okay. So bus booking. So all these things are what these are services, okay. So you can do it the same way as I did it, okay. So I'm gonna click over here, go to advanced, and then give it to the top and down margin. Now this time around I'm going to give just a bottom margin, because we gave the other one a top margin, okay. So all what we're going to do is going to update it. Now of course you can add more to it, okay, depending on the kind of things that you want, okay. So now if you go to if you click over here, where is it? Where am I? Okay, so if you click over here, and then you can view the page, okay. So just click to view the page. Now you can see that the page is now fully designed, okay. This is for mobile side, okay. So the page is now fully designed with Elementor, and then we have our services done, about page done, okay. Now with the Elementor, this is what the how do you call it, the desktop mode, okay. But with the tablet mode, if you want to design the tablet mode, just click on responsive button over here, okay. Now change this one to a tablet, and then see how it fits on the tablet mode, okay. If it is okay for you, if it is not, you can decide to adjust it, okay. So if it is okay for you, you make it you say okay. But if it is not, let's go to mobile, okay. So this is how the mobile behave. Now as you can see over here, this is too big, so we can adjust it, okay. So we click on this one, and then we change the font size. So we adjust it a little bit, okay. So we can decide to make it this way, or just make it a little bit small. So 20, let's say 26 is okay. But you see this place is too big, so we can click over here and then edit the session also, okay. So what we're going to do is we want to edit this session. So as you can see, if you go to layout over here, click on the layout, we can choose the minimum height that we want for it, okay. So we want it this way, and this looks good, okay. So with this one also, if you don't want this one to be on top, we can decide to copy this one, just copy it, okay. Come over here and then paste it here, okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hide this one, okay. So click over here, click this one, okay, or you can decide to click this column over here, okay, and then come to advanced, okay. And then with responsive mode, we want to hide it on mobile, okay, so that if it is on mobile, it is not seen, okay, exactly as we want it, okay. So as you can see, this is how we want it, okay. So now that we have it done this way, now we can decide to even either increase this one or decrease this one, okay. And then if you think this one is a little bit big, you can also decide to so over here we can let me just click over here, okay. So over here I can click over here and go to advanced over here, and then give it let's say right padding of 20, left padding of 20, okay, so that it's going to be in the middle, a little bit, there's a little bit space on the right side and then the left side. So if you think 20 is too much, you can give it maybe 10, and then also 10, okay, which is quite okay, okay. So I think everything is okay, everything is good, we are good to go. We want, all we need to do is to click on what update to update it. Okay, so now that we have it done, our about page is done and ready to what to be used. Okay, so now we are done with our about page. What next do we do? The next page is our contact page. Okay, so of course if you go to the contact page, you don't have nothing over there, so we will design our contact page the way we want it. Now, to firstly design our contact, let me delete this one. How to design our contact page? Let's go to the dashboard. Okay, and then we have to install a new plugin. Okay, so if we did not install a plugin, we go to plugins. Where is the plugin? Yeah, we go to plugins over here, install plugins. Now we did not install that particular plugin for contact. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to install plugin. Okay, so as you can see, there is no contact plugin over here. Okay, or form builder plugin over here. So we want to add new. Go to add new, and then of course we're going to search for forms. Okay, we're going to search for forms. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for forms. Okay, so there are a lot of forms over here. Okay, so what I'm going to install is WP forms. Okay, so I like this form because it is very quick for me to use. Okay, and then you can also install contact form 7. This is also very good to use. Okay, so I'll click on activate over here, and then at the home page of the WP forms, or the welcome page of the WP forms, all what I need to do is to click on create your first form. Okay, so just click on create your first form. Now what we have to do is to choose a form. We can decide to start from scratch. Okay, but I'm going to use this simple contact form. I'm going to use the template. Okay, so now I have this simple contact form already done, simple to go. I can decide to do some changes in it. Now the most important change that you have to check or make sure that it is set, go to settings over here, and then go to notifications. Okay, so make sure that your email address that will receive the email the mail, or the form details is set over here. So mine is the admin email, which I like it that way. Okay, so make sure that everything is set over here. So make sure that you go to settings and then notifications, and make sure that you receive you set in all your details over here. Okay, and then with a confirmation, if you want to redirect to a different page, you can redirect it to a different page. Okay, after they have successfully completed the form and send the form, you want them to be redirected to a different page. But if you don't want, and then you want just a message to show, this is the message. You can adjust the message over here, and then click on save, and then you can embed the form on any page that you want. Okay, so for us, we have a contact page already. So what we are going to do is to click on edit page. Okay, so now that we have contact, the edit page over here. Okay, so we can decide to edit it with Elementor, or we can decide to just paste in the contact form in it. So let's say we want to edit it with Elementor. Okay, so let's click on edit with Elementor over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small hero session for it. So I'm going to click on the plus icon and then select the one column session. Okay, select this one over here, and then how I did the other one, full width, no gap, the height is minimum height, 400 is okay, and then go to style, place in a background image. Okay, so select background type, which is classic, and then no color. I'm going to choose image, and the image will be the bars that we use, this one over here, and then we click on insert media, and then after we insert the media, what we're going to do is we're going to choose position, which is center, choose the attachment, which we're going to leave it the way it is, choose the repeat, which is no repeat, and then the size we're going to make it cover, okay, so that it's going to cover it. And then we go to background overlay, just like the way we did it for the about page and the other pages. We're going to select the classic and then give it a color which is dark color, black color over here. And then what we're going to do is the opacity, we're going to make it 7, or let's say 6 is okay. And then what we're going to do is just click over here, click on the grep icon over here, the 9-dot grep icon over here, just this one at the top over here, and then drag in a heading widget over here. Okay, so if you drag in a heading widget, make sure that you edit the heading widget, give it a title the way you want it. So let's say this is what contact us, okay, and then position it in the middle, position the contact us in the middle, and then go to style, change the text color to white, okay, change the typography to any typography that you want, but I'm going to use Montserrat, okay, so I'm going to choose Montserrat for it. Hurry up. Okay, so I'm going to choose Montserrat for it. Okay, I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to set the size to 55, which is okay. Now that I have it done, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this grep icon again, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for contact. Okay, so we have the WP forms over here. So as you can see, I can drag in the WP forms here, and then I can select the form that I want, which is this one, exactly this one. Okay, so as you can see, this is it. Now all what I need to do is to just position it the way I want it. So because if I leave it like this, it's gonna be like this. Okay, so all what I need to do is position it the way I want it. Okay, so I'm going to go to advanced, okay, and I'm going to give a top, let's say all round margin. Okay, so I'm going to give all round margin of 50, and let me see how it behaves. So something like this. Okay, so let me also give it all round margin of, let's say 70. Okay, so all round margin of 70 is okay. Okay, this is good. So we have our contact form done. Okay, now of course you can style it the way you want it. I just decide to leave it this way. And WP forms, contact forms, you can use CSS to also style the button and all the other things that you need to do. Okay, if you need more advanced things, make sure that you install something like more of the elemental add-ons to make sure that you can be able to style your contact form the way you want it. Okay, so now that I have it this way, my contact form is done and I'm ready to go. I can click on update to update it. Okay, so now our contact is done and we are ready to go. So I think we are almost done. We've done let me just click over here to view the page. Okay, so let's click to view the page. Yeah, so our contact is done. Okay, so now our website is almost complete. We have our home page set. We have this bus search, we will remove it. Okay, this view ticket, remove it. We have our bus search done. We have our about page also done. We have a contact also done, and then people can go to the my account session to also view the account of the owner. Okay, or the login user. Okay, so that is perfectly done. So now that we have everything done, we have everything set. Now the next one is we need to set the website color so that it will remove this blue thing over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to customize over here. Now if we set that one, then I think we are good to go. I'm not going to go over again or go on it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the customize session and then trace where the color is so that I remove it and replace it with our own brand color. Okay, so let's go to general options and see what we will find over there. Okay, so let's wait for it to load finish. Okay guys, so let's check out the general options over here. So general options, okay, and then let's go to styling. Styling deals with colors and other stuff, so let's go to styling and see how the general styling also looks like. So as you can see, the primary color and the hover color are all this color. Okay, so we're going to change the primary color to something like this. Okay, so let me just go a little bit orange. Yeah, so we're going to change the primary color to something like this, and the hover color should also be light orange. Okay, so let's say this kind of light, okay, will be all right. Okay, so I think that is it. So as you can see, this one have changed with orange. Okay, so now we have everything done. Now you see the lens color too over here, so you can change the lens color. Okay, so the lens color, we can bring this one, copy. I'm going to copy this one over here and then come over here and then change it change it to this one. The same way, I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to copy this and then also come here and change it to this. Okay, so we have all the colors set. Now I can publish it. Now let me go to so let's see if we can see theme buttons. Okay, so with the theme buttons, let's see what are the colors. So we have the same kind of color. So this is the background hover, so I'm going to use this one, and then the background color, I'm going to use this one and push it on top. Okay, so that it's going to be something like this, and I'm going to click on publish. Okay, now let's take a look at the website itself and see if that kind of blue color that we wanted is gone or not. So of course this one is not gone because it is from the plugin itself, unless maybe you use CSS or other stuff to make it go away. So it's not gone. Now let's go to the account page and see if our button color changes. If it doesn't change, then maybe we have to use CSS. Okay, so as you can see, the button color changes to our color. Okay, and that is it. So now I think everything is set, and you can use the website. You can let users log on and then use the website the way you want. So thank you for watching this video, and then see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.